Okay, so next, after hearing from the Chinese embassy representative and the Indian embassy representative, we would like to hear from the actual students that come here to Israel. So we will start with a Chinese student. His name is Paul He. He was studying in Shanghai University, major in management and finance, and he's now a student for IMBA in Bar-Ilan University, and he will be telling us about his experience in Israel, and will also provide some tips for recruitment in China from his point of view.
I don't have PPT.
Yeah, okay.
Testing. Okay. Okay, thank you. First, I would appreciate all of you, especially the HEC, because you offer the Chinese student scholarship. So that's why I can come to Israel, live in the Holy Land and live with chosen people. It's very good. And by the way, I really love the city of Jerusalem, and I think I've been Jerusalem over 5 or 6 times, but it's always not enough. So, by the way, I wish to find a local guide, and if you have, and if you can, please, okay. And I really love State of Israel because I read a book, The Startup Nation, and actually, before I got my offer from Bar-Ilan, actually I've got 8 offers from UK. And the day Bar-Ilan called me to tell me I got the IMBA scholarship. Actually, I was doing my online application for UK visa. So I think I just sat in front of my computer and thinking, considering these 9 options, and then I decide to quit the UK and come to Israel. Okay, but I must say I'm not a typical Chinese student. Because I was graduated from Shanghai University, and in my university, the school library, they put lots of books about Jewish studies, and I read all the books. So I know Jewish culture a little bit, and I know modern Israel a little bit. So for me, it's easy to choose Israel, but for many Chinese students, it's not so easy. I'll tell you why. Now, let's imagine a scenario. A Chinese student, imagine all of you are Chinese students. You got an offer from one Israeli university, Tel Aviv, Technion, Bar-Ilan, Ben Gurion, IDC even, okay. And you open your offer letter. It says, "Dear students, we're delighted to inform you, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, you passed our selection, and we provide you full scholarship." Very good. But in the end of the letter, you see, "Welcome to the University of Afghanistan," or Palestine, or whatever a bad place in the world. It's the same. Can you imagine when most of the Chinese students got offer from Israel? It's the same. It's the same like the offer from Afghanistan. Generally speaking, the Chinese people love Jews. And we don't have any anti-Semitic traditions, but we know little about modern Israel. Okay, for most of us, there's no difference between Afghanistan and Israel. I know it's ridiculous, but the TV always says the conflicts between Israel and Palestine. So many of the Chinese students just think, oh, you have in Israel we have, we have fights, we have wars in every corner of the street. So so nobody will risk their lives to a university in Pakistan to get a scholarship. Understand? Easy. So the first point to recruit best Chinese students is not to tell the Chinese students how excellent Technion is, how excellent Tel Aviv University is, how excellent Bar-Ilan is. No, the first step to recruit the best Chinese students it's a marketing problem. It's not an academic problem. It's not an academic problem. It's a marketing problem. It's consumer behavior. You have to convince the Chinese students Israel is a safe, is a nice place, which indeed it is. But most of us, we don't know, okay? And you have to understand, in China, the power of parents is just really strong. It's our cultural traditions. And now, I believe I believe all of you know, students like me, I am the only child of my family, right? And if their parents think Israel is not a safe place, you have battles in every street of corner, in every corner of the streets. They would never allow their children to come to Israel. So the most important part is to convince, both the students and their parents that Israel is a nice place. So also in terms of your publications like brochures of schools and website of schools, you should try to find ways to convince them, right? Not pictures or data describing how excellent your university is. Oh, in Hebrew University you have, we have Einstein's brain here. No, well, it's nice, but this is not the most important part. Okay, this is my first point. The next should be try to attract students with entrepreneurship. Why? Because say we have two kinds of students. One is, I call it ordinary students. By ordinary, I mean well, he or she might be excellent in academic, but without entrepreneurship, right? So ordinary students really, I would say like this: if one student have offers from US and offers from Israel, ordinary students mostly would choose US because they can, after graduation, they can find a job and stay in US, get American citizenship or whatever. And after working for several years, he or she could choose to stay in US or go back to China. It's flexibility, okay. But in Israel, it's extremely hard to do the same thing, find a job, stay, or whatever. So for ordinary students, of course they would choose to go to US. But if a student with entrepreneurship, what she or he wants is, the startup nation, the atmosphere, the atmosphere of startup nation. He or she wants to meet entrepreneurs, wants to meet VCs, right? wants to experience new technologies and bring the technology back to China. So Israel is a startup nation, and the state of Israel has attracted more VCs than in the US. So try to attract students with entrepreneurship, but one problem, because to choose a student with high entrepreneurship is absolutely different from choosing a student choosing a student who want to be a scientist, who want to be who want to start his or her career in academia. It's totally different, but it's your problem. It's not my problem. Okay. The third point should be try to use local SNS. Try to use local social networking service, because as you know, our government blocked the Facebook and Twitter, but we do have Chinese Facebook and Twitter, which is renren.com and weibo.com. So it's like LinkedIn. People said if you are not registered in LinkedIn, you don't exist, and people will never hire you. It's the same in China. If you don't have an official account in weibo.com, your school does not exist. Even Technion grade school, Tel Aviv University grade school, Ben Gurion Bar-Ilan grade school, you don't exist. You don't exist. So I'm happy, I'm happy to see you have most of you now have official accounts in Chinese Facebook and Twitter. That's good, and more should. And I noticed there is no website or even no online communities for students who want to, learn in Israel. But if you see these websites, but if you see other websites, you will find large numbers of websites or online communities for students studying in Japan, South Korea, US, Germany, France, UK, even in India. So there's no online community, no online community, no website for students who want to study in Israel. It's so weird. I don't know why.
What do you mean by online community? What's
it's like BBS or.
You mean like alumni, like graduate?
No, but what's the vehicle? The online vehicle? What it is? It's like a group. What's the? You understand? It's a Facebook group.
Forum. Yeah, it's like unlike forum. Yeah.
Forum.
Yeah, unlike forum.
Where? What kind of YouTube or?
It's not. Yeah. It's so.
Give an example of a forum like this of another country that you can.
论坛怎么excuse 论坛怎么说 ？Forum, Forum, right? Yeah, no forum.
Like usually when there's a website called like studying Israel, studying Holland, they have like an alumni section, and then you have people that graduate.
Yes.
With each other.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you mean.
Yeah. So forum, online forum.
All the students they can communicate with each other.
Discuss and they post questions and people give opinions.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's really important. It's really important because it's directly related with the experience of the students. Now you imagine if you want to learn in Israel, but you have no information. Naturally, you go to the internet, and you want to search for some information, right? And naturally, you want this information, okay, English is acceptable, of course, but you want it in Chinese. English is acceptable, but you want, a personal experience from previous students, right? But you can't find any information. That could be it's disaster for the user's experience. It's disaster. So try to resolve the problem, and I think in the future, if we manage to resolve these problems, more and more Chinese students will come to Israel, of course. And that's my speech today. Thank you very much.